RVBN, The Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, great professional wrestling video blogs, great sports video blogs, great MBTA video blogs, great top 10 list of everything and anything video blogs, plus a whole lot more. Collection of my work goes back to June of 2014 on various social media websites. RVBN, the only video blog on the internet that matters. Time now 6:14 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's Sunday, July 16, 2017. 62 degrees out right now. It's going to be a very sunny day, up to 87, and humidity will be tolerable. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. The New York Yankees beat the Boston Red Sox by the score 4-1 in 16 innings. A long game at Fenway last night. These two teams play a doubleheader at 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. today. Also, Williamsport beat the Lowell Spinners by the score 5-4 in 12 innings, and Carmelo Anthony is hoping the New York Knicks trade him to the Houston Rockets, and it's Happy National Ice Cream Day. And that's about it on news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a flash with my first video blog subject of the day, the personality profile, which it will be about NBC Sports caster Dan Patrick. But first, hear this. Get out. You're so sweet, cause they're cute. The more the merrier. Go find something to do. I know. Are you writing a book? I'm doing good. Want to put a wager on that, Richie? I don't care about game shows. This action will not be tolerated at BMHS. Great quotes only on RVBN. Time now is 6:15 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. I'm back. My first video blog subject of the day is about my personality profile. Today's personality profile is about NBC sportscaster Dan Patrick. Dan Patrick's been a sportscaster for over 30 years. He's known for being on an anchor in Sports Center for many years. Dan was born in Zanesville, Ohio, and he grew up in Mason, Ohio. Dan played sports in high school. He was a great basketball player. He was Class A All Ohio third team for basketball his senior year. Then he went to Eastern Kentucky University and eventually at Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, majoring in broadcast journalism. He was part of the Phi Sigma Kappa fraternity. After college, Dan worked as a radio DJ for a few radio stations in Dayton, Ohio. He used his real name, Dan Plug, and he continued to use it into 1983 when he got his first national television job. He worked for CNN as a sports reporter, also from time to time filling in for hosting CNN Sports Tonight. And in 1989, Dan Patrick joined the Worldwide Leader in Sports as an anchor in Sports Center. Eventually, he became one of the principal anchors of Sports Center during the nighttime, and he teamed with Keith Olbermann for many years. They had fun together hosting Sports Center. They had great chemistry together, and Dan had some great quotes, including El Fuego and Welcome to the Big Show and The Whiff. In 1997, Dan and Keith were split up because Keith left ESPN, but Dan teamed with Kenny May on Sports Center, and they had a great time doing it. They had, awesome chemistry, but they weren't as popular with Dan teaming up with Keith. And around this time, Dan hosted the Dan Patrick Show on the radio for ESPN, which got to become a big popular talk show. And also Dan wrote for ESPN the magazine Outtakes, and he and Keith Olbermann wrote a book in 1997 called The Big Show, which was a book about the highlights of ESPN together. In 2007, Dan's contract with ESPN expired. He decided not to renew it, and he ventured into other stuff. There were rumors that Dan Patrick was going to be the new host of The Price is Right, but that never came to be because he never actually had an interview for it. Yeah, and Dan hosted a syndicated radio show, the Dan Patrick Show, which was on like all the satellite radio and also terrestrial radio, and it got real popular. It was simulcast on Fox Sports Radio and FSN for a few years in the late 2000s, early 2010. Since 2013, it's been simulcast from 9 in the morning to 12 noon on NBCSN and also Root Sports regional networks. And Dan also writes "I'm Just My Type" for Sports Illustrated. Since 2008, Dan has worked for NBC Sports. He is the in-studio host of Football Night in America, and he reunited with Keith Olbermann to co-host it for a couple of years, and they never missed a beat with their chemistry. Also, Dan has appeared anchoring the Olympic Games, some golf-like tournaments, including the U.S. Open and the Ryder Cup. He's been a reporter for Super Bowls and the Stanley Cup Finals. So Dan has a full plate with NBC Sports and his talk show, and also writing for SI. Also, Dan hosts Sports Jeopardy on Crackle, and that's been going on to NBCSN. There's also been a lot of rumors when Alex Trebek finally retires from hosting Jeopardy that Dan Patrick's a top candidate to replace him, and it's a good possibility that could happen. Dan's one of the most famous Sports Center anchors of all time, and he's had a very successful career leaving ESPN. Sometimes when like ESPN anchors leave the worldwide leader in sports, they don't become successful and have to go back to ESPN. But Dan has been very successful. El Fuego, that's his famous quote. And that's about it on him. I'll be back later. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus with one more video blog today because it's Sunday and I only do two video blogs on Sundays. And today's second subject will be about the rise in esports. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bunning guy. Molly was blogged the WCCO Rex and its nice legs. Elizabeth Hat's so stunning. She's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WBIX channel of New York Central Acting Cougars got the best legs in New York City, bar none. Bobby gives of ABC 11 Street Southern accent. Best legs in Raleigh, North Carolina. Red and Claire of WHH Channel 7 Boston has best legs in Boston. Lisa Bell of New 6 Orlando, Florida is a cute leggy brunette, has the 4th best legs in Orlando, Florida. Kelly Nash of MLB Network and NHL Network is a cute leggy brunette, and she's awesome. And Ali Woolley of WABI Channel 5 in Bangor, Maine is so cute. She's a awesome blonde and has the nicest legs in northern New England. Bye now. See you later.